Many times, we need to store documents, along with the data, where they are easy to find. Attachments allow users to share supporting documents such as reports, invoices, reference materials directly with the row. They facilitate collaboration by allowing team members to share and review files, making it easier to work together. Attachments offer a simple and efficient way to share files without needing to use external storage or transfer services. In Velocity, we can add an attachment manager to a cuboid. We can save attachments for a row or cell of the cuboid. The attachment manager is a cuboid that keeps track of all attachments made to the cuboid it has been set up for. Every attachment manager works with a single cuboid and has a rule associated with it. Let's configure our attachment manager. We can do so by clicking on Advance, followed by clicking on Attachment Manager and selecting Add Attachment Manager. A message indicating a new attachment rule is added successfully shows up. Click on OK to continue. An attachment manager sheet is added with instructions for configuring the rule is displayed. You may take a snapshot of the instructions. Click on OK to continue. An attachment settings configuration form will pop up and an attachment manager cuboid sheet is set up. There are two sections to the form: the source cuboid and the attachment cuboid. In the source cuboid section, we see the source columns of the cuboid that we want the attachment manager set up for. In the attachment cuboid section, we have the fields of the attachment cuboid. We know that every row has a unique row ID stored in the BW ID column, which is used to identify that particular row. We will use this field as the key to relate to the attachments. This becomes our source column, hence select the BW ID, and then click the Set link on the source key name. Then click on the link Add to Attachment Manager. The BW ID from the source cuboid gets added to the attachment manager. However, since the attachment manager will also have a BW ID, the name is modified to add a prefix of the cuboid name. Click on the OK button to continue. Select this newly added column and click on the Set link above the attachment key text box. We now have our attachment rule configured. We now click on the Link Export button to save the changes made to the attachment manager to the server. Click on Yes button on the next pop-up, requesting confirmation for the range selected to link export. Fill in the neighborhood hierarchy details that are being used to store the cuboids for this application. Select the collaboration, then select the whiteboard. Give the attachment manager a name, click on Link Export, and click on the Yes button for the confirmation message box. Click on OK on the metadata successful generation message. Click on No for applying format. Click on OK on the next informational message. Click on Save to save the rule, followed by Cancel to close the form. Let's format the attachment manager cuboid. First, let's add borders to the cells. Then generate a single row format. Once that is done, we can assign it to the cuboid. Let's move the attachment manager cuboid next to our transactions cuboid. And now, let's add an attachment to the first visible row of the transactions cuboid. To do this, we click on Advanced, followed by Attachment Manager, and click on Manage Attachments and then the rule number. A form pops up, indicating that there are no attachments. We can add an attachment by clicking on the Upload button. An Upload File dialog box opens up. Click on the three dots next to the Select File box to open the file selector. Navigate to the folder where the file that you want to upload is stored. Select the file and click on Open. Fill in the text to display and comments if you so desire. Click on OK to attach the file. We get a successful message. Click on OK to continue. Notice the information in the Attachment Manager dialog box: name, type, size, date, and who uploaded the file. We can close the dialog box by clicking on Close. Now that we have added an attachment, let's try to access it from the application. The mechanism is the same to invoke the attachment manager as the one we used to add the attachment. Once the dialog box opens up, we can select the attachment we wish to see and click on the Download button. The Download button opens a Save File dialog box where we can select the folder we want to save or download the file to. Once the file is saved, we can open a file manager, navigate to the folder where we saved the file, select the file, and open it for viewing. Let's see the linkage between our transactions cuboid and the attachment manager cuboid for it. For this, we will unhide the BW ID column. Notice the BW ID for the first row. Now, let's navigate to the Transaction Manager cuboid and notice the value in the column Transactions BW ID. They are the same, and that is how they are linked together. This we defined in our rule configuration. The attachment name is the name we gave. Type is based on the attachment. Date indicates when the attachment was uploaded. Uploaded by captures the ID of the user who uploaded. Attachment has the internal ID of the attachment. Size is the size of the attachment, and attachment comments are the ones that we filled while attaching the file. This same information is also shown when we invoke the attachment manager. How do we, or anyone using the system, know if there is an attachment associated with the row? To solve this question, we can add a column to our cuboid that has items attached to it that can give a count of items associated with the row. This would be a two-step process, first to add the column and second to put a formula that gives us the count. We will call our new column attachment count. Next, we add a formula that references the attachment manager. We will use the COUNTIF function of Excel for this purpose, and the range is going to be the transaction BW ID column of the attachment manager. We created a name range for this column beforehand. Our criteria will be the BW ID for the row. Notice the count evaluates to 1, as this is the row that has the attachment associated with it. Next, we need to copy this formula to all the cells of the column and submit the cuboid. The attachment manager needs to be added to the manifest cuboid and with the visible value set to false, since the attachment manager needs to be hidden from view. Attachments can be very helpful in facilitating collaboration by allowing team members to share and review files, making it easier to work together. Velocity Attachment Manager offers a simple and efficient way to share files without needing to use external storage or transfer services. Next, we will learn to configure Excel Merge, which provides us to integrate data into our applications using Excel.